Next is Truthcaster Troy and my team. Using the intimidation and rim protection of Kenyon Martin, frees the ball from World Blue 3 and airmails it to a fast-breaking Dominique Wilkins, who forces
I don't know what the fuck is going on with Twitch. I've been, for the last 40 minutes, trying to connect my Ps5 and it's just not working. I was able to somehow set up my YouTube. I have a YouTube channel apparently, and you can stream with YouTube.
This story is too much flash will get your shot smacked.
I don't know, dude. It's bugging out and it's pissing me off. So. Unless are you already going to bed?
Now it's time to vote for your Mobile One Top Block of 2020. Make sure to tune in next week where you start the vote for the top plays of winter. And if you want your highlights to be featured in a future episode, submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow.
Check in with your affiliations. You all voted, and the city has some new officials in town. The Western Wildcats say goodbye to Troy Dan and welcome in perennial 2KTV award winner and fan favorite, More Boys Sin. Across the way, the Beasts of the East parted ways with Ticino and brought in Mo Buckets 330. Down south, the Vipers moved on from Shakedown and are now being led by iPod King Carter. And up north, the Knights retained Simply Grinding as their mayor, rewarded for leading the Northside Knights to victory on Rivalry Day. The next Rivalry weekend will take place later this month on the 30th and the 31st. After that, it's another election day on February 2nd. Will your affiliation's mayor get re-elected? Play your part by getting buckets on Rivalry Weekend and see if your squad can come out on top. Best-selling author and activist Angie Thomas is known for her novels written for teens and young adults. Being a lifelong basketball fan, she incorporates basketball culture and social justice issues into her hero stories.
And she's a huge NBA 2K fan. You've been capturing the city, hooping, and we caught up with Angie to talk about it.
Thursday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
You know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Here's the starting group for Houston. DeMarcus Cousins out there with P.J. Tucker. It's Wall. Then there's Oladipo. That's House at the small forward. For the Nets, a front court speech led by Harrison Durant. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Jordan at the 5 down low. Great, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire what they play like.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide the skill set. The two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, and when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
It's good from Durant.
Yeah, you look at Durant's numbers, 50, 40, 90. He's made that club multiple times. One of the few players to accomplish that. He seems to threaten those numbers virtually every year.
No good from Cousins. Just over a minute played here at the start of the game. Irving attacking. Takes it off the glass. Irving's got his second miss.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now, here's Oladipo. He had 15 points last out. And it's blocked by Jordan.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
And just an emotional return from injury for Oladipo last season. He missed over a year due to that knee. And just great to see the young man back on the floor.
Oh, it sure is, Greg. I mean, it didn't take long for Oladipo to show he's still an outstanding player. I mean, he means so much to this team when he's healthy. His energy is infectious, and he's a big-time playmaker and shot maker. It's really hard to miss a full year. But I tell you what, Oladipo did not look rusty for long.
And there's the foul. Will go on Ps5. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Woods check in. Outside. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Nice D from Cousins. Oladipo against Harden. And the basket is good.
And Oladipo's handle is tight now. I mean, so good at freezing the defense and then blowing right by whoever's on him. And a nice little hesitation move in his ball handling pattern.
Here's Irving to the made shot from Victor Oladipo.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Cousins inside. He's against Jordan. No good from Cousins. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside Irving. Harden kicks to Irving. To get free. Foul in the shot. Picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming out. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Nets leading by 6. Irving with it. He has 7. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Irving.
This is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Cousins inside, guarded by Jordan. And Cousins kicks to Wood. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Pass to Jordan. Gets stolen by Oladipo. And he was called outside. Pass to Cousins. Fires the 3. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And you know, Cousins is tough inside, but he's got a nice outside touch too. Didn't have that shot when he first got into the league, but now he does.
Calling it through. He takes it in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to do this. Yeah,
exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Well, we've seen a lot of workload adjustments for the top players in the past few years, Clark, especially when it's this early in the season.
Yeah, I think it's helpful. I'm not a huge proponent of just randomly picking games for guys to sit out, but I do understand managing minutes for everybody, especially guys that are going to carry a heavy load for you during the season.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Exactly. I mean, that's what's helped them build this early lead.
And the pass to X. Pass to the hoop. The shot, no good. Great T that time from Green. Irving finds Dinwiddie. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's trailed by 7. Here's Clemens. Passes it to Wawa. Now here's McLemore. Pass to Wood. 5 on the clock. Here's Wawa. Offline with his 3. In the corner, Irving with it. Nixon pulls it in. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want.
If I'm them, I try it.
There's the triple. Green with the rebound.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Irving looking for an opening. And Green gets us a go.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Clemens. 11-point game in this last outing. On to the right wing. From outside the arc. Wama gets the boogie.
What?
Outside Irving. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to stop their defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're like me and curious about Victor Oladipo's overall philosophy, listen to this.
It's just a relentlessness.
And you know, Greg, I haven't ever heard anyone question his effort.
He came into the league as a raw athlete. Now he's a skilled assassin.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls, and those fouls blur at the line.
Well, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at him.
Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Harris checked in for the Nets. And a change for the Rockets. All's checked in. Now, here's Cousins. Somehow against Washington. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 5. It's Harden with the drive. And Harris wide open. And he shoots a 3 off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Cousins, the pass to Tucker. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second ball. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season. Here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days. And these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
And to look at Durant, he's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend. But maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That give him a nice bump in the voting.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you up to date on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
You talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score. I mean, it's kind of a running joke when you think of James Harden. Often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal this season.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. He continues on that track. He's going to make an impact at that end of the floor.
And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get going to score.
It's stolen by Oladipo. And Tucker has it in the corner. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Tucker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Rockets. And here's Hart. 5 points in the game. The drive. The Nets making a switch here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. KD looking around. 4 on the shot. No good with the wing jumper.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
It's House outside. You can't hit that shot. And it's the Nets turning it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They defeated Indiana in their last one.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. So they knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Now the Nets making a change here. Green's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Wood, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Exum in for Oladipo. Pass to House. Back to Wood. A rebound by the Nets. They got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
That dribble gives KD the momentum he needs, and you can see his teammates already loading up with smiles as he explodes to the cup.
Here's Cousins following the bucket by the Nets. Side to in. Kicks to Green. Now Shannon still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kick out to Brown. There's the pass to Chioza. Off target from three-point range. Extra about 12. Driving to the basket. And finished off by Exum.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
So both teams changing it up here. 1:39 left to play in the first half. Outside Irving. The feed to Green. Back to Irving. Dinwiddie wide open. Oh, good on the three. For Houston, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. That's 3 of 9. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from McLemore. Outside Irving. Takes it inside. And the basket for the fourth time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
Here's Clemens. Good D by Irving. Brooklyn leading by 10. Dinwiddie outside. Outside the rim. Back to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 5. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, a bit surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
Here's Clemens. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Irving bringing a little more intensity to the defensive end there, using his speed to get ahead of that shot.
Here's Dinwiddie. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Clemens. And that one drops for him. Clemson's got his first points of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working.
All right, Jake, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit of the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, welcome back to 2K. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. Let's start with you, Shaq. What you think? That about? We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
How about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They come at him in different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And now it's tip off the line. Courtesy of Gatorade, all pulled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets. They got P.J. Tucker. Oladipo is out there with Wall. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's House in the free spot. The drive by Cousins. It's good. Cousins has got 9. How the passion in New York is a pro sports city great is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to put them on the mindset.
So you can either smile because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what it is because.
You call it, partner, and I've seen it happen both ways.
Like that. Oladipo dishes to Cousins. A rebound by the net. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they continue to control the play.
Guys, I think they've just been a more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
With it, he's picked up by Wall. Harden gets the Durant. Does it go with a 3? Rebound by House. He's drilled by 8. Cousins inside. He's covered by Irving. Cousins the pass to House. Target from outside. And George Harris will bring it up for the net. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Jordan can't get it to go. Rockets have gone 2-4 here to start the second inning. Now here's Cousins. 9 points in the game. Oh my goodness! What a play!
Boogie Cousins taking it up a little bit with the dynamic throwdown.
Brown is checked in for Ruben. Houston should their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job effort-wise, about 79% of their free throws.
Outside. Out of bounds. Houston's at possession. He's making a switch here. Brings checked in. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Cousins with it. 12 points for him. No boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the ball and will shoot 2.
When Cousins plays it back down the floor, he really puts the defense in a pickle and typically leads to him being fouled.
And McLemore, he's checked in for Daniel House. That's leading by 3. Second half of play with 1 minute in the 3rd here. And Harden with the drive.
Look out of here.
Houston making a switch. The Nets have been coming through the Cherries. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last night.
Driving inside. Raise it up off the goal. Oladipo's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Hey, you know, sometimes this is all you can do. You gotta admire Oladipo's toughness and his ability to score some contact. This guy is real good.
And there's a foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his 4th foul of the night.
That's his 4th foul. He recognizes the situation because number 5 will put him in a rough, tough spot.
In with it, checked in for Brown. change for the Rockets. David Wallace checked in for Oladipo. And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with the big. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball team. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Ball catch by Wood. Lowe will check in for the Nets. And a switch here also for Houston. Jackson's checked in. Clinton outside. With a three. Down to the hoop it goes. That's his fifth make on 9 shots from the floor.
I love his shot selection today. He sets the bar for the rest of the team.
And he's gone for the alley. And finished off by Wood.
And maybe that will trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys behind. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignite.
It's real nice, isn't it? 1:27 left in the third quarter. Kings passes to Exum. No good from outside. Nets have gone just a bit over 50% from the field since halftime. 5 of 11. Here's Clinton. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Well, he's really been on the roll this quarter. It seems like everything he throws up is finding bounds.
Here's Clinton. Dinwiddie covers. And here's Harden. And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. And it's his first foul of the game. Andrew Shevitz checked in for James Harden. Snowing right side. Here's Dinwiddie. He gets in there. And now it's an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing. Also,
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And it goes down 2 points. Wood's got 4 this quarter.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Dinwiddie will surveil the floor. Beats to Jordan. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Clemens. Drains the 3-pointer. Clemson's got 5 points so far.
that's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's giving up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Wall with it, and up for Houston. Trailing here by 8. Irving and Dinwiddie share backcourt duty. Luau is out there with Durant, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, batting in the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And, you know, Cousins is wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
Nets leading by 7. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. It's not going to go for him. So Houston will take it the other way. Now Oladipo. He kicks it to Cousins. And Tucker has it in the corner. Some nice passing there by Houston. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And, you know, when Cousins is healthy now, this guy is a quality player. He's a big man that has a lot of versatility.
And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Perfect. This is the KD. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Irving misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky right there for the D.
The drive by Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Cousins has been absolutely on fire here, and that energy spreading throughout his team as well.
Leaving the lane. The shot's good for Irving.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Cousins. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And I like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. And Harden absolutely vicious dunk. Terrific bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
It's trailed by 7. The drive by Cousins in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
All quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Irving against Wall. Irving passes to Jordan.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouls.
He had a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
For mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gap of the defense. Quick, decisive drives down the line.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Now, here's Cousins. And there's the try. Well, wide open up here for Oladipo. Good. That's Cousins picking up the assist.
You know, Oladipo feels like he can take and make this shot whenever he wants to. You can just see the confidence.
Jordan finds Harden. Inside. Harris passes to Harden. Rockets with the rebound. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wall looking it over. And he banks in the lane. Now just a 2-point Brooklyn lead.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
What? Oh my God, man! Come on! No, that's not.
To the right wing, and here's Wall outside. No good shot missing. For Brooklyn, they've won 47 for the 4 and 4. That's a 32% mark in the quarter. Durant has got it. This is a Harden. To the paint, here's Jordan, and there it is for him.
So you get this rebound and precise passing. All he needs is a little bit before it can move.
Ball against Irving. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got multiple rebounds now in the game. Here is Thompson. Pass to Irving. To the inside. Hits it out to Harden. Back and forth.
And Harden He's fearless. Awesome at letting the defense and making them send them to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the line.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. It's a 6-point ball game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
And that would prevent our rebounds player of the game, James Harden.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. More than over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's working it with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of it.
On the sideline, let's catch up with all of it. David Olden.
Hey guys, during the break I was able to catch the message Houston's coach gave to his team. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin will see if he'll be ready for the week.
And out of bounds as the Rockets
What?
take possession. And the Rockets with possession here. 6-point game. Ball passes to Cousins. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Irving with it. Bringing up for Brooklyn. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Right on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, what a journey it's been for Irving. An all-star, a champion, played on the U.S. national team. Even did a little acting along the way.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure they didn't get away from the late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now let's catch up with David. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight. Thanks for our broadcast.
Doing such a good job, pat myself on the back. For the confirmation, the catch through the app. And nobody rocking me, I answer doors with anywhere I go, I put stars on the map. They try to say she love me, I said I love me back. Try to kick me out, I ain't going for that. Said he want my so they can order the you never know. So, yeah. I call your phone, you ain't answer yours. I ain't going for the bull like a matador. You text me if I don't reply quick, your trip. Hefe, I'm the highest on the list. Kick it like judo, the numero uno. Yes, I'm the highness. My house so far back in the woods that can't nobody find us. My driveway so long that you can run out of gas. Keep asking me for money, you need to get off your earth. I can't go for that. I can't go for that.